the Great Glen Canoe Trail. It crosses Scotland from Fort William to Inverness in one continuous body of water via the Caledonian Canal, Loch, Loch, and the massive, deep, dark and intimidating Loch Ness. Join myself and a group of incredible women as we take on this voyage in aid of Who Dares Cares. We spend 3.5 days and 3 nights making this journey completely self-supported. We camp, we laugh, and we take on some interesting conditions on Loch Ness, and we really get to see how quickly conditions can change from smooth, glassy morning water to metre-high waves on Loch Ness in the space of just an hour. It's an incredible adventure. Join us on it and see how we got on. Hello and welcome to another video. You're going to join myself and this crew of people behind me here on the Great Glen Canoe Trail. So we will be self-supported, going out in the canoes, 2 people per canoe, for the next few days. I'm going to take you guys along with us for the ride. We start our trip here in Loch at the canoe loading area. We're loading our boats up with all our kit and getting our boats into the water for the first time. There was a lovely mix of anticipation and excitement from everybody, and chattiness and quietness all in one go as we launched our boats onto the water and took that first paddle into the unknown. That is us all aboard and ready to set off on day 1 of our canoe trip. Everybody's super excited, as you can imagine. A wee bit nervous maybe as well. Couldn't get a better day for it though. Absolutely spectacular. Where is she? There she is. Look who I brought with me, or who brought me with her. Don't know. Depends how you look at it. This whole journey is made possible by the Caledonian Canal. That's where we set off. The Caledonian Canal was created in 1803, or started in 1803, via plans drawn up by Thomas Telford. It took 17 years before it opened in 1822, but unfortunately it wasn't quite deep enough for many of the larger boats. In 1844, they recommenced work on it until 1847, increasing the depth so that more of the big sailing ships could come through. But unfortunately, by that time, many of the sailing ships had been replaced by steam vessels, which could make the journey around the top of Scotland much more easily during the winter. One of the things that myself and some of the other girls were really looking forward to seeing in action were the canal locks. That's locks, not lochs. These are massive water gates that control the height of the water and allow the boats and the canoes to manoeuvre their way up or down the canal. However, in some of these cases, for example at Fort Augustus, canoes cannot travel down through the water gates, and instead we have to actually lift the boats out and all our kit and portage, carry the boats the full length. You'll see plenty of that in the video to come. Here's myself and Viv just going ahead and getting our boat out of the water for one of these portages.
Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack.
I like it when you just talk, Viv. Just tell me a story.
Just random stories. Yeah. Lots of random stories.
I just like the random
All
stories.
the random stories.
This was one of the longer portages. You can see us if you peer really closely in the distance, and this is it speeded up of us bringing the canoe along the side of the locks. So these are some of the gates that we can't get through, and we have to portage quite a long way with our kit and our canoes to make it to the other side of the water gates. It's our first stop for the day. We've stopped at these locks here, We're gonna have our lunch now, but before we do that, we've still got 2 more canoes to retrieve. So I'm just heading back. It's really long, way down there. I'm just heading back down to see if the girls need any help with the last 2 canoes. This is a trip I have wanted to do for so many years. Great Glen Way in a canoe, and I was really blessed, lucky, privileged to get the opportunity to do this for a charity that really matters. So that's what this is about, Who Dares Cares, and this is all about. And these guys are absolutely phenomenal. I've never really cared as much about a charity as I care about this one, and it's because these guys, they help people who are having struggles, mental health struggles, PTSD, from military, blue lights, and they really do help. They really do make a difference. All the guys that work for them are volunteers, and I've seen the work that they do firsthand, and it's absolutely phenomenal. And if ever, all charities are worthy, right? They really are. Because I'm ex-military, this one maybe resonates with me even more. But I know, never was there a more worthy cause for me to be here doing this. Something that I really wanted to do anyway. And now I'm doing it for a really good reason. Things that are greater than yourself. Yeah, it's an honour.
I grew up in a place where they told you what to chase, told you how to run the race. Every move was on the page, but I didn't like their way. Had to fight and misbehave, had to find a way to change.
I know I'm videoing like boats going through the Loch, but random corned beef.
Up there almost daily. It's how I pass time, no opinions safely. It's how I understand what I want in this place. See, cause everybody wanna tell you bad things. What could go wrong, what fame brings, but success is a finicky thing, and if you ain't sure, no, it'll never be. I don't wanna let myself down, myself down. I don't wanna let myself down, myself.
Don't press the wrong button, Lorna.
Lorna, you manage. I'll have faith in you.
Hold it.
Hold it.
Well, you broke it.
Oh, you. Oh. Other one.
Step to power.
Yes, when you go. This smells like gin. Hey, it's gin, but it's really gin.
Need to don't lift on your hands. Lifeboat it down. Keep going.
Like protein, take her bite, take a dive. Oh, that was nicely done. There we go. Oh, professional. That is day 1 of the canoe trip. We didn't get into camp until maybe 7:30, 8, something like that. I don't really think I set this up that well tonight, to be honest. I've got the poles too close. I don't know. I don't know. I don't care. Yeah, which speaks volumes about, it's rigid enough, how I feel. It's been a long day. It's been a long day. So I think we canoed something like 30 kilometres today. Well, actually 30 kilometres. And we got here. We didn't get back. We got here, and we're at the Trailblazer camp. So it's a pretty decent camp. It's nothing about the way I've pitched this tent. Considering I'm on an absolutely flat pitch, there's nothing about the way I've pitched it that's good tonight, which is insane because it's a flat pitch and I'd all the whatever. Anyway, never mind. We rafted up the canoes so that we were going. At one point we actually had all 5 canoes together, but then we split them down. We had like a 2 and a 2, so that was quite cool. Quite nice to just chat to the other girls and hang out with them. As much as I absolutely love spending time with Viv, it's nice to get to know the other girls a bit, because I don't know them all that well yet. So that was lovely. So good chat, good spirits on day one. I even brought a steak with me for dinner tonight, so I had that earlier. The rest of the trip will be spent on like ration packs or freeze-dried meals, but that's okay, that's fine too. Anyway, it's, oh god, what time is it? It is nearly 10 o'clock, which is insanely late for me. I never go to my bed this late. So I am going to shut down, all systems shut down, and see if I can get some sleep. I didn't get that much footage today, which is a wee bit disappointing, but it rained. It's still raining now. It rained literally just all afternoon. So started off quite well, getting plenty of footage, but the afternoon just poured down, and it's quite hard to keep your wee face dry when when it's raining all afternoon. Not totally sure how many days this is going to take, so stay with us to find out, and I'll see you in the morning. Oh goodness, good morning. Absolutely poured down all night last night, so kind of slept just so. Woke up a lot just with the noise of the rain. I broke my rule, which is always wear earplugs, and I didn't. It's my own fault. We got a condensation on the bottom of my sleeping bag, but not too much. Gonna get up and have some coffee. It's definitely coffee o'clock. So this is day 2. Anyway, coffee and breakfast. Antihistamines. Got my oats in a Milo bag, and I'm just going to have to endure slight coffee flavoured oats, because I can't really be bothered washing the pot out properly from last night's decaf coffee. Which means it might be oats, also essence of coffee grounds. I'm not fussy. I'm not fussy. So I'm going to mix up, and then just seal it up again and let it do its oaty thing. I made up 2 Mylar bags, one that says coffee caffeine and one that says coffee decaf, because you don't want to be getting them mixed up, do you? That would be a disaster. Can't remember if I said last night that this is what they call the Trailblazer camp. Very nice. Got all these little platforms around the place for folk to pitch their tents on, so that you've got a flat spot to put your tent. Here, I'll show you. Whoop. Okay, so that's my pitch last night, and you can see it's got like that sort of flat surface. I've got one up there. That's hers. Actually, you can probably see it better with hers pitched on hers there. There's even a toilet here. Look at that, composting toilet. And there's another flat pitch there, and one there. The rest of our troop all pitched down at the bottom down there, and there's like a communal shelter down there, that log cabin thing that's got like a fire pit area outside it. But a couple last night when we arrived had pitched their tent in the communal shelter, so oops. Oh well. Right. Great place. She's a wee beauty, isn't she? Look at that. It's nice, eh? like little woodland fairies, aren't they? Little woodland squirrel. Oh, what a place for it to be as well. Just gone out for a wee wander around. There's some cyclists down in the camp, and I was just wondering where they came from. But there's a cycle trail along here as well, which is just lovely. What a place though. Absolutely stunning. So peaceful this morning. Yeah, so far, unbelievably. And don't spread this around, because this is what keeps places like this a little bit quieter. Not so many midges. Q and being swamped. So far today, probably noticed I have spilt toothpaste and oat milk on myself. Time to be alive. I'm just going to bring you over to meet this wee chap. He's not been saying much, but he's been standing guard all night. Right. Let's wander back down and maybe make sure Bev's up. I think most of the camp isn't up yet, to be honest. I suspect everybody had the same sort of night's sleep that I did. There's a mysterious forest creature over there. That'd be Sheila. Don't know if you can see her. No, she's ran off into the woods before we get a look at her. Tally go. Let's maybe take a wee wander down to the water. Me filming you, taking a photo of us.
Oh, see, this is next level selfie.
Put it on the timer.
Look natural. Just getting in the water for our second day, and it is forecast to be terrible weather today, raining all day. But so far, let's make use of the sunshine then. People live on those boats. And you can see the bikes and everything on the back of that one. That seems pretty cool. I'd imagine there's drawbacks, like you can't just go and sit in the garden, but the surroundings are pretty convincing.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Wow. We're a chunk of the day through day 2. We just stopped off for some lunch at this really nice little place. Oh, the wee woman was lovely. They're having bother with their grill, but she still managed to pull some stuff together for us. So I'm not even really sure. I don't know what time of day it is. Don't know how far along we are. It's all a big old mystery. So I think that's us fed, and we're going to head to... I think we've got another portage to do today. We've done one already, but it was pouring down at the time, so I didn't bother filming that. I smashed my GoPro screen on the back yesterday, I stood on it, and I don't think it's waterproof anymore, so I'm being a little tentative with you, keeping you dry. Right, I'll show you. Nice place. I'll just show you where we were, in that place there, and this is our wee stop for the day. Look at them. Richard done. Right, get a biscuit. Oh, this is nice, but isn't it? Right, do we want the sail up again? Do we want to try that? Try a wee bit of sailing again? Just rafting up the canoes to go through the loch, so the guys are tying them all together just now. Once they're tied all together, we're waiting for another boat to come down and we'll go through at the same time as the other boat. Sadly, we can't ride the canoes through the loch. The canoes have to go on their own. It's better than a portage though. And I don't really mind the portages, don't really mind them. So we just leave them there until the boat comes down. Imagine what this is going to look like by day 5. Actually, I'm not sure if we're going to take 5 days. It might only take 3.5 or 4. So I think we used sails today, which you probably saw earlier on, and that cuts out a hell of time. So we've got a wee bit of time to kill waiting for the portage here. Instead of doing a portage here, sorry, waiting for the boat to come down, which it's quite nice to have a wee bit of time to play with. Kind of damp weather for the middle of July. Yo, go Scotland.
It's quite interesting to see it standing here, see the level of this water and see the level of the water.
Yeah, right?
So Richard, if
Yeah.
you actually were in there and you didn't know, it's not.
Viv's just saying like how big a drop it is between the water here and the water on the other side of the gate. I don't know if you really see it from here, but
I didn't notice it, as long as there's no boat in there.
yeah, it's pretty cool when you watch the. It's a nice little geeky pleasure watching the lochs.
Hello.
Yeah.
Happy feeling.
The boats go in. Unfortunately, we don't. We have to stay out. The boats go in, and then they get carried through, and it just saves us lifting all our kit out, lifting the boats out, and then carrying the boats along. And instead, the boats can just go straight through, and we can just walk along and then get them at the other side. I don't know if it's quite hard to appreciate the difference in water height between one side and the other. Let me see. You won't be able to see it. That's us made camp for the second night now. So that's my wee set up there with the lanshan and the dayI lightweight tarp. It's gone up pretty well tonight, so it's a pretty good looking setup. I am very pleased with it. But let me turn you around because this is quite fun. We've created an entire village here. So that's Viv's little setup there. Not so little setup, but that's also like our cooking area and everything. And then tent, don't know. Everything from there round is all us. So this is our little tent city. And there's my troop. It's cute, isn't it? I'll show you where we are. I'm actually not sure what this place is called, but so lovely wee Loch gate there, and some boats.
It's working.
We've done a couple of days now. First day was about 30 kilometres, second day I think was about 17 or 18 kilometres. So we've still got to hit Loch Ness, and I believe Loch Ness will be, I think we get to Loch Ness tomorrow. So Loch Ness I think will be over 2 days. So that's a wee bit of an unknown, because wind-wise Loch Ness can be pretty crazy, as I'm learning to believe to understand. I know nothing. I came into this as innocently as possible, to be honest. I know people that have done it, but I'd wanted to do the Great Glen Way years ago when I first started doing a little bit of kayaking, so not canoeing but kayaking. And I decided, I was like, I'll do the Great Glen Way in the Canadian canoe. Yeah, it's just started raining as well, so I think I'll get out this rain. You're getting your wee face wet. So I think I'll get out the rain and I'll go and look at ending the day and looking forward to another day. Right, see you in the morning. Good morning. Don't know if I'm first up or not. I'm just trying to be quite quiet because it's only like 5:30, just after 5:30, and I'm awake, so I'm getting up. So this is day 3. So I think we make it onto Loch Ness today, so that'll be cool. It's raining at the moment. It doesn't sound too heavy. I've not been outside yet. But I feel quite good. I actually slept quite well, which of course now means I feel more tired, doesn't it? Earplugs in last night. I'm not making that mistake again, forgetting them, or not putting them in. So there's quite a lot of mice in this camp. Saw them earlier on, so felt like if I didn't have the earplugs in, man, I'd probably just listen to them eating my tent all night. Anyway, there didn't seem to be any signs so far of them having been eating my tent, so I was right to put them in. Right, tally ho, let's get this stuff squared away. Where is she? I hope I got that. Woo! Hang on. I can't do. I'm like, I can't do both at once. We, by we I mean Richard and Viv, have just been joining all these canoes together so that we can sail down Loch Ness. I went away to get coffee and came back and they'd magically done this. And that's for street skills. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Yeah.
It's like 3 quid, you look back here and think, no, that was
Yeah, I'll forget the camping, I'll just remember just paddling and doing round off walking and fabulous that.
I would do this, no bother again.
Yeah, and leaving Fort William, that was awesome. I even think I'd do the little dog and
I'll do that again.
hey! Picture.
Look behind us, and that's that it feels like you're probably back.
Which one, my bag's on?
That's the end of day 3. We are on our last leg tomorrow. We should be done by about lunchtime, maybe late lunch I think. We've basically not got all that far to go. We can actually see, because you can look right down Loch Ness, we can actually see Dors Beach from where we're camped tonight. Looking right down, so it kind of looks like it's not that far away, but it's going to take us a few hours to get there. So I've just been having a nice wee group sitting around the campfire and all that tonight. So I am knackered. I'm not that bad, right? I'm okay. 9:30 anyway, but that is about my bedtime because I like to get up at about 5:30. Right, I am going to go to bed. And I'll see you in the morning for day 4. Good night. And just like that, that was us into our home straight and our last day of the trip. So we took to the water on our last day, all rafted together using wind power. It was forecast to be a little bit on off, so although when we set off the water was like glass, it very quickly picked up. And the waves at times, it's actually hard to see in this video, but the waves at times got up to about, I don't know if they were a metre high, but they were getting pretty big. I do try and show it in the video, but you can't really appreciate it properly. We were watching ahead as we could literally see the weather closing in on us, so we knew more or less what was to come. So at this point we were still in our t-shirts enjoying the sunshine. But that wasn't going to last very much longer.
Hello. Having such a lovely time.
Love camping.
Love camping. Yeah, I love canoeing, but I love camping.
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad. After her there ain't no coming back. Wanna take a run at that. I think she's feeling me, turn it up a few degrees. My imagination of her body gets the best of me. Oh gosh, she's such a tease, bitten lips, bruised knees. I'm addicted to her, need her touching me, cause she got a bad little waist. And we tearing down this place, off the liquor that we chase. Casamigos to the face, baby I don't need no space. Coming closer for a taste, and I'll show you how I make everything just fade away, cause she's like sex, drugs.
That's us, made it to doors, and that is the end of the Great Glen Canoe Challenge for us. So we've just got to get all the kit out, get the canoes packed away.
Ready? Yeah.